taken a really great approach. You know, with so much talent, right? You can kind of jump the gun and just put all these players together, start mixing it around. Like, they have definitely taken a calculated approach with this.
I feel like these guys are playing musical chairs with glitch hop, right? Like, the music's always stopping, they're just putting someone else in, someone else in, someone else in. But they can do that. They can, and it works out. Again, this match is a good opportunity for them to test some of the concepts they've been developing, some of these permutations of rosters, and see how they actually perform on the stage. Again, the Shanghai Dragons have shown to be a much improved squad. The London Spitfire seem to have just hit a new level very recently, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and the 11 out of 12 players for London, you're like, oh, well, who's the 12th player? It's Fisher, who has not played for the London Spitfire just yet. Gesture has been such a great main tank. You know, Fisher's stats are actually incredible during the preseason as well. Just have not seen much of him yet. I'm sure, you know, they'll work him into the lineup just like they've worked the rest of these guys in.
I mean, yeah, we've seen plenty of him as well. He's been incredibly impressive in those instances. Yeah. His statistics, I mean, we get a chance to you some of our statistics. So obviously, we'd love to be able to show you guys more. And we're working on it. But, you know, empirically speaking, he's been one of the top players in the league in his role. But now we're heading over to Junkertown for the final map of this series here. And the Dragons obviously have forfeited any opportunity to take it to a 5th map after a good start on Ilios. Just a poor finish.
So this is what's really cool about seeing these maps constantly throughout the season is that, you know, the main strat coming in, you know, at the beginning of stage 1 on Junkertown was the pirate ship. You see the Bastion on the side of the Shanghai Dragons. But as times have gone on, you know, and the stage has gone on, teams have really figured out how to get this Bastion off of the payload and whatnot. Does Shanghai go with this pirate ship, or do they try something new, what a lot of teams are doing? You see London Spitfire on defense, they'll run Gesture on the Orisa, Prophet will play Junkrat, and Huyal will play Roadhog, so you have a lot to break through the shields here.
5 King on the Hanzo here. He's got a tattoo of Lucio on his leg, but he's going to go switch over to the Mercy. So perhaps it was just for that initial scatter arrow, maybe get an early pick.
But it's the Sonic arrow that you want in that left building to see if the flank is coming through, to potentially like a tracer or something.
Much like the Route 66 approach that they'd stick in the train car. Yeah, I mean, we've seen teams play the Hanzo through the entirety of this first stage, like Seagull, for example, so hard to say what the purpose was initially, but now we know. Back on that Mercy. Oh, that was dead. Oh, hello! All right, bit of Spider-Man action, I'm down with that. He's dead now. He's going to fire on towards Ruyal, who's in trouble connecting with him, and Dia there helped him out. It's a tag team combo to take down the big boy. And now Undead just going to play around that corner. Frederick swoops on in. Okay, now we're just getting silly. A little bit of class shown, but Dia there as well just to punish. We'll find that kill. We all brought back to life. A lot of value in bringing up a Roadhog, about 800 HP's worth. Oh, nuts! That's not what you want. Shisha connects the hook, but he's punished. Huyal was there, recently brought back to life, doing his job immediately. Pulse Bomb. Oh, just actually just walked onto the Pulse Bomb. It didn't even stick. He's taken a heck of a lot of damage as a result. The Dragons are being ground to a screeching halt, though.
Us does have his Valkyrie, but you don't need to use it here. Maybe he'll just waiting, yeah, around the corner. He'll res Gesture back up. So, yeah, both tanks back up here. No need to use that Valkyrie just yet. Valkyrie not built up on the side of Shanghai Dragons. Free Field will switch off of Bastion to Zenyatta, so you're going to be way staggered in terms of, you know, ultimate percentage on that Zenyatta compared to Bedosin, who's pretty much already at his Transcendence.
A lot of chains being thrown around here. Both Roadhogs are just trying to get each other an easy pick off. Again, never melee if you hook another Roadhog and don't hook first. Nice movement for that one. So Prophet now isn't using the shield. He's just trying to work on this right-hand side and make it very, very hard for a Widow to flank around or a Tracer to get close. Again, just trying to go for a concussive bind, but Huyal's down early in the fight. But Nas is able to bring him back up. The Widows are dueling in the background. The Roadhogs are dueling in the middle. 3-4 getting cut down. Hook coming in. Ruyal needs to take a breather very quickly, but the whole Hawk's going to force them away very fast. Gesture was brought back to life. Now he's taken down yet again. You can see Birdring off in the distance there. Bedosin helping him out with Undead. He was getting a little bit big for his boots, and now 3 players benefiting from the Transcendence. Ruyal needs to go big here. He's discorded, but he's still found a pick on Free Field. Now that orb's not going to be an issue anymore. Roshan fortifies himself up. Cops a lot of shots from the scrap gun, but is still around to tell the tale. But no, he's low. Ruyal's found him, and somehow the Spitfire with 3 players on the point hold the Dragons again.
Well, they're able to do it because Roadhog has such a large HP pool. They never focus him down. He's getting pocketed by Nuss the entire time. Has Bedosin there to help him as well. He can also take a breather. He's just able to live for so long that Undead and Dia are just kind of like dancing around trying to get Birdring in the back while Huyal just is on the point. Just destroying everybody as Roadhog.
Everyone getting motion sickness from watching Birdring. This guy is insanely twitchy. And oh, that's not going to be ideal. Yeah, getting knocked out by concussive mine makes it very, very hard to have any sort of air control. Wuyao now found the deepest. Shusha doesn't want to waste his defense matrix on a 1v1 scenario, so he needs to back away. He gets desuited anyway. Wuyao's looking for undead, but that's a Riptire, if I'm not mistaken, heading straight towards him. Yep, no getting away from that one.
They ended up getting both supports to Shanghai early in the fight, but the supercharger from Gesture, that tire from Prophet, may put things away because now Nuss will come back into this next fight. He's going to get Valkyrie already at 83%. Free feel will have Transcendent. That's all you're going to have to battle this.
Birdring now is aware of the presence of the monkey. He knows that Roshan is just on the other side of the balcony and wants to back away. Dia needs to make a big play here. You can see he's going deep. He knows he might need to be the difference maker in this next fight. We're going to be into overtime in just a moment, but Undead's found Birdring. It's a good opening, but it's traded out with Free Feel getting picked off by the concussive by Undead. Now getting another two. This is big, but Vidosin and Prophet are back in the mix. We are by some space. Overtime, he actually pulls Shusha off into the payload, but where are the Shanghai Dragons? Nowhere to be seen here. Getting cut down in that fight. That's nasty, but Prophet was also there to finish the job. Undead gets 3 kills in that fight. It's still not enough.
The turn of that fight for me is that it's a 1v1 that goes down all the way in the back in the open between Dia and Vidosin. And Vidosin is able to win it. You know, Zenyatta versus Tracer. He's able to take out Dia. Then there's no flanking opportunities that come in for the Shanghai Dragons. The rest of the London Spitfire can focus on the players attacking through the front. They also get the benefits of the Discord and Harmony from Vidosin.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're clever enough, you'll know it for yourself, but the Dragons are getting wrecked. Prophet here, see just how aggressive he knows he can be. And the rest of the London Spitfire eviscerating the Dragons.
And look, the Dragons have looked quite decent over their last few matches. They've been competitive with Seoul, New York, some of the teams that we've seen them play over the last few weeks. They take Philly to a game 5, and Philly has been a very good...
They had Seoul, Philly, New York, all one game after another, all very competitive and exciting Overwatch.
So I think this just tells you more of where London is at as a team right now. I think obviously there's still something to be said for Shanghai not really playing great today. Didn't show up, play their game. But I think there's also, just the level that London is on after their dominant win over Seoul to just take that confidence and momentum and just ride it on through.
And now, to end the series with a 4-0 sweep, the Spitfire only need to get to that box. And it's so hard for the Dragons to defend this. They pretty much have to hold the choke where they're standing right now. And they need to hold that for a good 4 minutes.
They have like one shot at this, really. I mean, they lose one fight, Shanghai, that's going to be the end of this map. Let's see what London decides to do. Birdring just kind of playing with us, going between Hanzo and Mei. Looks like, at least here at the beginning, you'll see him play Mei. Oh no, I'm sorry, that Hanzo is, he's gonna just fire the Sonic Arrow out to the left.
They see the hole.
Yeah, they see Roadhog. They're gonna try.
Oh no, he doesn't know they can see him. They did the same thing to the Spitfire. Why not expect London to do it as well? It's traded though. Wuyao went down to Dia. Both Junkrats have found the big bodies of the Roadhogs early.
Yeah, but Huyao's gonna come right off the spawn, just walk right out, get back onto the payload. This looks like Birdring maybe going back for Switch. Maybe we see him play Widowmaker here.
I feel like that'll be the play.
Yeah, that'll be the play.
Prophet now, leading the charge. Expects there to be someone close, always caught Shusha up on his respawn. Won't be able to kill him, but can definitely unsettle him, or at least relocate him, or reaccommodate if that would be the case.
And Shanghai's got to be careful, because they're going to take this fight in the open at the end of this game. As you see the payload getting very close to the end, it's going to give a lot of angles for Birdring to get shots off.
I'm telling you, they want to fight in the choke here. They're at least using the buildings. Yeah. It makes them quite susceptible to Prophet's Junkrat if they want to play inside these buildings, but so far the kills have been good. Gesture's brought back up, so there's definitely a sense that London is still going to have a big crack at this, but that's big! And Team Rocket goes blasting off again. Birdring just gets sucked on in. And Dia finishes the job. It's better almost than the ball and chain combo there. You hold them into a bunch of Junkrat damage.
Yeah. London, though, they will have the advantage. Vidosin will take out Free Feel, so see the res being used by 5King. It'll be Undead using his Infrasight.
Riptire here.
They'll be using a Riptire as well. And London can just wait this out, Mitch. And they're going to have their Valkyrie and they're going to have Transcendence here. I mean, it's a lot of ultimates being used here by Shanghai early. Dia will take out Gesture, but Now for the Spitfire, the Prophet's going to come back with a Riptire. Oh, he gets 5 King as well. This may be a turn.
He's low, but again, the spawn advantage is definitely there for the Spitfire. I love these.
Well, both supports are down for Shanghai. You're going to have Valkyrie and Transcendence here for London, plus a Riptire. Maybe you can get back to the payload rather quickly. That actually forces Undead to grapple all the way back up to get the Mercy back in the fight.
Undead returns. We are shield pressure is the name of the game. That's a lot of free damage there as well. Micro Rockets also just thrown in the mix. Prophet down though, on his Riptire, should I say. So Dia getting rid of that is quite big. Lacking damage, but still Roshan's down. It's going to have to be a resurrection. All eyes are going to be on the Mercy right now, but instead it's the Transcendence. It's going to be committed to this fight by free feel. Gesture's down, but brought back up. Nuss is going to make sure they keep their Orisa in play. Same can be said of 5 King, but he gets caught out on his own there. The Junkrat has fallen. Wheel has to give up his mech in response, but he can just self-destruct and get it back when he needs it. Roshan has fallen. Shisha now going for the whole hog, but everyone's pretty comfortable here, just working around the corner. The Prophet finds him there with the concussive mine. Roshan down. 5 King and free feel look on with dismay as they are dismantled.
London, they didn't even need the Transcendence. They just pop it there at the end. Celebration. As soon as Valkyrie comes down from 5 King, 5 King did a good job just staying alive. The pressure's coming in. He's able to stay alive long enough to field Valkyrie. Gesture drops that supercharger, and you're just able to mow down so many players. 5 King just couldn't bring them all back to life as Mercy, right? You only get the double res, but once those players get rezzed up, they just get mowed right down.
Again, having to resurrect players is still a loss of tempo for your team, especially because you've got guys that, one player that needs to be committed to raising someone. If you're in Valkyrie, it's fine. But the numbers advantage quickly spirals out of control in Overwatch, and as soon as the first pick happens, quite often the second, third, and fourth, and so forth, tend to follow.
It was a great performance yet again by the London Spitfire, though. I know Shanghai did not look as good as they've looked in their previous matches, but London has seemed to really figured out how to work all these players into their lineup. It's got to be scary for everybody else watching.
They're setting themselves up for an incredible blockbuster of a match next Saturday. The London Spitfire versus the New York XL. That is going to be a split-defining game, but for now, it is London